All right, I'm here with my weekly What Sold video. Thank you for coming to this channel. If you are new here, my name's Heather and I am a full-time reseller. I go by the Canary Closet everywhere. All that information is down below if you would like to follow me in other places. I've been doing better with my Instagram and TikTok accounts with posting more regularly. Mostly I post about brands like to be on the lookout for, what's selling for me, and then just like funny stuff because that's just how I am as a person. So if you want to, you can follow me there. If you haven't subscribed and you like reseller content, please consider subscribing down below. I do 3 videos a week, what sold videos, thrift hauls, and usually in one of the thrift hauls, I will tell you how much I paid for each item and how much it's currently selling for. So those are fun and really helpful as well. So this video, as every Friday, is my what sold video. I'm gonna let you know what I sold this past week over the 5 platforms that I currently sell on, which are Depop, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. That way, maybe this will help you to know what's selling right now on these platforms and what you should be on the lookout for at the thrift store. So please give this video a thumbs up and we are going to get into it. I had a great week of sales. I don't know my exact total yet because I haven't added it up, but I will, and I will let you know at the end of the video, or I will have it in the title or something like that. So let me see on Depop. I actually don't know if I had any Depop sales this week. Yeah, I didn't actually. Depop kind of was, I mean, I had a lot of likes and interest, but not any sales. So I guess we won't be talking about that. Facebook Marketplace, I did have a couple. I actually sold a pair of LeBron James Nike shoes, but they are going to be a local pickup. Somebody saw them and they just sent me over money via Venmo. I sold them for $32, so that's great. I don't know a ton about sneakers, but Nikes are super easy because they have a style code inside of them. So you can Google that and look it up and super easy find what they're called and then look that up on eBay and see what they're selling for. So I did sell those last night. They are getting picked up today. Also, I sold this vintage hand knit Ireland wool sweater. It was by the brand Krana Hand Knits. It's not anything I've ever heard of, but I do pick up those sweaters anytime I see them. They're like the really thick, like cable knit or like a fisherman's knit, chunky wool sweater. This sold for $32, even though I had a hole right in the middle of the back. And it sold really fast, so that's great. And that's something else about this week's sale. I had tons of sales that sold really, really fast. So I don't know. I'm like, that tells me I'm either doing something different or like I'm getting better about what I'm getting. I'm being better with my pricing, my keywords. I'm just trying to be the best at everything. And like, I think it's working. Like, not overprice things, make sure my pictures are good, make sure I'm shipping quickly, make sure I'm answering questions. Like, there are so many things that we can do to sell things quickly. And I think the most important thing though is like what I'm picking up. Like, I'm really being picky. I'm still getting some stuff that'll sell for less than $30, but it's selling fast, and so that's great. And a lot of that I'm looking up on eBay for the sell-through rate. That's been huge, and I'm leaving things behind that I normally would have picked up before. And I guess it's working because I'm making really, really fast sales. Okay, and the next thing I sold on Facebook Marketplace was this Catherine's shirt. So I have picked up a ton of Catherine's this past week. This one was in a size 3X. It was a blue printed chambray shirt, and it sold for $20. And then I sold this Lily Pulitzer shirt. This was in a size extra, extra small, and I actually just sold another item on eBay that was an extra, extra small. So don't be afraid to pick up those small sizes. This was like a tunic top, classic Lily Pulitzer style, sold for $24. That's my computer being really loud. And then the next thing I sold was this Catherine shirt. Again, this was in a size 4X. It was a multicolor beaded, just printed shirt, and that sold for $22.40. I do have a 20% off sale going on my Facebook Marketplace. I think I always have a sale going on there, and it seems to do better giving me a few sales. On Poshmark, my Posher VA sends out offers of 20%, maybe 15% off, I think, with discounted shipping. And my eBay, I always have a 20% off coupon. So it's like, I try to have those discounts all the time everywhere, and I think it really helps. So that's it on Facebook Marketplace. We'll go on to Mercari next. It wasn't quite as good as last week, but I did still make some good sales over there. So the first thing I sold were these cabbie skirted leggings. I just actually picked these up. I think I showed them in a thrift haul. These ones were in a size extra large and they sold really fast for $31. I love selling this style. Every time I see them, I will pick them up. Next were a pair of New Balance shoes. These were in a size 10. They were blue. I don't know why I got these. I think because they were in really good condition. But I obviously didn't look up the style code because they were not worth that much. And they sold for $21.06. And keep in mind, on Mercari, I do free shipping. So I probably only made like $10, which then after my cost of goods, it was probably just not very much at all. So that was not a great buy. I don't hardly ever pick up New Balances anymore. If I do, I'm looking up the style code. I'm looking for more trendy, newer styles. Next was a Torrid jacket in a size 2X. This was black faux vegan leather and it sold for $30. I sold this Torrid item in under 24 hours. It was a Disney collaboration. So on the tag, if you didn't watch my last haul video, I'll put it here. That's where I showed it at. It just said Disney, but I could see by the like font of the tag and there was an item number, like I knew it was Torrid. After you thrift for a really long time and resell, you just start picking up on that stuff. You can feel what Lululemon feels like. You can tell what certain tags look like, even if you don't know the brand. And that's what happened with this one. It was an Aristocats, like the little cat Marie, printed all over. It was super cute, and it sold for $34.20 in under 24 hours. So that was great. And then last night I sold these pair of Schutz clogs. These were leather round toe brown clogs in a size 8, and they sold for $34. So that is it on Mercari. We will go to Poshmark next. I don't feel like I had like an amazing amount of sales, but my price was like good. Like my average sale price was good. And maybe I can keep track of that. I really probably should. Maybe I'll put it up in this video. I don't like super get like very tiny, I don't know what you want to say. Like I don't keep track of every single little thing. Like I don't write down what I paid for these cut from the cloth jeans, what I sold them for, when I bought them, where I bought them from. Like I don't do all of that. I just use QuickBooks for my taxes, and I'm able to just organize and click things and put them in folders where they go. And then I just give my phone to my tax lady and she just takes all the numbers, and it's so easy. So anyway, Poshmark, cut from the cloth jeans. These are new with tags. I got them at a local Goodwill recently. They were in a size 16. They were the Stevie straight leg, and they sold for $38. Next were a pair of somersault pants. So this is a new to me brand I've never heard. When I posted about it on Instagram, a lot of people said it's a great brand, and they said also, especially in swimwear. So I guess be on the lookout for somersault in swimwear. These were a size medium. They were a wool cashmere blend joggers, so great fabric content. New with tags, they sold for $55. Next was a cool size small outdoor jacket. This brand sometimes doesn't do as good as it used to for me. I'm not sure why. I do still pick it up a lot, but this jacket sat, but not for too long, maybe a couple of months, and it sold for $22. Next was an Eliza J dress that sold in less than 24 hours. I got this at a local Goodwill. It came out on a new rack for $9.99. It wasn't a size 2, but it was a really pretty like lace top, and then it had a full long skirt. It sold for $59 super fast, so I was really happy with that. Next were a pair of Free People jeans, which I haven't picked up in forever. These were in a size 31. They were the Blossom Rigid Skinny Jeans Distressed, and they sold for $14. Next was a Ralph Lauren sweater in a size large. This was a cable knit cotton sweater. Very classic. I just picked this up as well. It sold for $25 if I didn't already say that. Eileen Fisher sweater in a size large. I've been selling Eileen Fisher so good lately, and I find it so much, so I am really happy about that. This is a size large pink linen cardigan. Sold for $34. These Miss Me jeans sold super fast. They were very embellished, very blingy, which is what you want to look for. I've been finding some at my local Goodwill for $8, so when I find those ones, if they're really embellished and stuff, like I said, I will pick them up. These were in a size 24. They were the slim boot style, and they sold super fast for $35. Next was a new with tags Allbirds scarf. I had this from a long time ago from a flip lot, which I don't do anymore. I was doing it because it was a way to get free inventory, but sometimes I would get like one good thing and then a bunch of just low things, and then by the time I gave a percentage to the buyer, I really wasn't making that much money for the work that I was doing. So this was a buyout I did from somebody, and it took a long time to sell. I think over a year. It's a new with tags scarf, and it sold for $16. Next was an Eileen Fisher tank top. This was new with tags. It was dark green silk, and that sold for $30. I love selling this brand. This is IC by Connie. Kimono, this was an extra large. It was just red, floral, very like flowy, mid-length. That sold for $34. Next was a bundle of 4 items that I've had for a really long time. These have been marked down for a while. I haven't done any markdowns on Poshmark for a while. I'm trying to just let things sit and just see, especially since I've started being picky with my items, and I know that they're good and I know what they're worth, but like some of the stuff that was like, when I was just like grabbing a lot of stuff that I shouldn't, I have been marking that down. So anyway, these were a pair of Maguire pants. They were in a size 25. They were gold velvet skinny, just like not it. Lily Pulitzer vintage shorts in a size 00. Lily Pulitzer leggings in a size extra small, and Faherty shorts in a size small. So almost all of those are great brands, but I don't know. I've had them for probably 8 to 9 months or more. So definitely ready to get rid of them. Someone bundled them all together and they offered me $30.60, or maybe that's what it came out to with my bundle discount. So I was glad to move 4 old items and make room for 4 good items. Next were a pair of Torrid shoes. These were in a size 10.5, and they were a pair of black with like silver spikes all over, very goth punk. They sold for $31. This was a great sale. This is a Bolo brand for sure. It's the brand G4, so it's G/FORE, like a golf brand. I've sold some men's shoes for a really good amount before, and this was a women's sweater. It said "Talk Birdie" to me on the back. It was a red wool cardigan, and it sold for $80. So that's amazing. Be on the lookout for G4. Next was a J. Crew shirt in a size 8 tall. This was a fall, like flannel plaid shirt, and it sold for $20. Next was this Eileen Fisher shirt. This also sold very quickly. It was a brown organic cotton shirt. I picked this up at a local consignment store, long sleeve, sold for $34. These pair of Ariat jeans were in a size 30 long, so anytime you can get jeans or clothing in long or tall, they do better. In my opinion, I have to get tall or long things for pants, and they are harder to find, so I feel like you can charge a little bit more. These ones sold for $34. Next were a pair of Allen Edmonds shoes. These were in size 9.5. They were a brown red color, and they were the Park Avenue Oxford style. Those sold for $59. And then I sold these men's Pico Lino shoes. This is a brand that I just picked up of some women's boots. The men's can do good as well. They were size 11, brown leather, like kind of like a boat shoe, and those sold for $30. And that is it on Poshmark, so we will move on to eBay last. I was so excited because I had like 1 sale for eBay overnight. And keep in mind though, like if I'm home and the mailman hasn't come yet and I'm making eBay sales, I will continue to just come downstairs, package them up, and put them out in the porch. So like I did have more than 1 sale on eBay yesterday, but after I had packaged everything up, that's all I had. But anyway, I woke up to like 3 sales and I think like 2 offers. So that was great. Let's see with eBay. I sold a Lily Pulitzer dress. Again, here's another item that was in a size extra, extra small. This was a navy blue skipper dress. I used the keywords preppy, coastal, resort wear. That sold for $20. Next was a Madewell dress. I hardly ever pick up Madewell, but this was a color black turtleneck sweater dress. I think it had a wool blend in it, and it was in a size large. So I did decide to pick this one up, and it sold for $35. Next was a New With Tags Bowden shirt. I could not find the name for this, or like the stock photo or anything, and I even used the little letters and numbers that are in the top of the tag, and it didn't pull anything up. So I just used my own keywords, and it sold really fast for $35. Next was a cool skirt that I sold, or I listed last night and I sold today. So a very fast sale, which I was thankful for. It wasn't a size medium and it was knee length. I thought I was maybe going to keep this, but I didn't like how it looked. So yeah, that was a super fast sale for $25 with my full asking price. I think they did use a 20% off coupon. So also sold via promoted listings. So use all of the things that eBay gives you. There's so many things they give you that can help you make sales. Next is a Catherine shirt. This was in a size 4X, multicolor boho beaded tunic, sold for $21. eBay does tell you when you have repeat buyers right there in the green, so that is super cool. Repeat buyer on that. Next was an Eileen Fisher shirt. This sold in less than a day. Again, this was a size medium, brown, silk, oversized boxy top, sold for $40. That was the one that I said in my haul that I think it was new without tags because it had that little white tag around the like fabric tag or the size tag. Another repeat buyer, Catherine's shirt again, in a size 4X. This was a blue-green paisley tassel shirt, and it sold for $28. In my computer, that's a sound every time I get a new email, so sorry for the dinging in the background. Next was a Banana Republic sweater. This buyer offered me $18, and I had it listed originally for $35. Now, I could have been a jerk and just declined that because that was almost half off. I countered at $28, which is what I wanted to get, and they accepted it. So sometimes you just have to like stop being so personal or like get so offended about things, because it's literally just a business and it's just a piece of clothing that you can go out and get more, and just like counter offer. Just counter offer. That's my opinion. Some people just straight up decline. Every once in a while, if I'm in a bad mood, I do that, but usually I'll counter offer. So I'm glad I did, and they just went ahead and accepted it. So it's like, that's great. It was a small cashmere short sleeve sweater. Anyway, next were a pair of LuLaRoe jeans. These were in a size 36, high-rise distressed skinny, sold for $28. I sold these Athleta pants in a size 4. These were the Chelsea cargo pants. I really like this style. It does well for me every time I get it, and these ones sold for $40. Next were a pair of Democracy jeans that sold extremely quickly. The ones that are boot cut are selling better than the ones that are skinny, but I will still pick up skinny ones in larger sizes. These were a size 10 in a boot cut, and they sold for $35 full asking price minus the 20% off coupon. Next was a Title IX sweater. This is the same price, same deal, $35, 20% off coupon. I listed this. It sold in like 12 hours. It was a size small. It wasn't older style, but it was merino wool blend, Henley. So nice, super fast sale there. These Miss Me shorts, I swear, I'm going to have to go back through, but like so many of these sales were in under 24 hours. These ones were too. These ones were in a size 27, denim shorts. They were like Americana 4th of July, stars and stripes, super cute. Those sold for $30. Next was this Vince shirt in a size large, green silk. So if you've been watching my hauls lately, you know, because you literally just saw this week. I was glad I picked this up. I was debating on it because Vince doesn't do that good, but I was like, oh, it's silk. So yeah, sold for $25, super fast. Glad to take that offer. Next was a New With Tags Torrid jacket in a size 5X, navy blue open blazer, sold for $45. I sold this Erin Crafts poncho. I actually made an Instagram reel or like a TikTok or whatever about this a little while back when I first got it. And lots of people were saying this brand doesn't do that great for them, but I still pick it up and it does good for me. It was a poncho, merino wool, and it sold for $41.25. Next were a pair of Ultra men's sneakers, AL TRA. These were in a large size 14, but that was still fine. They sold very fast for $40. Next were a pair of Athleta shorts in a size small. These were red mesh runner race 4-inch shorts. I shouldn't have got these because the comps weren't great after I got home. I did not look those up at the store. I was in a rush. And they sold for $15, fairly fast, I guess. That's okay. Next was a Bowden shirt. This was in a size 10. It was a blue chambray shirt, and it had little pictures printed all over from London, like things that had to do with London, and it was just really cute. It sold for $27. Next was the brand Quacker Factory. I do pick this up sometimes in plus sizes, and this wasn't a 2X. It was a pink snowman like fleece sweater, and it sold for $22.35. Repeat buyer again. Next was a vintage Paris Sports Club jacket in a size medium. That was like a leather tie front, like kind of like a motorcycle jacket, and that sold for $35. Next was a soft surroundings plus size dress. I just picked this up. It was super pretty. It wasn't a size 1X, and that sold for $40. I sold these Footprints by Birkenstock shoes. So the Footprints by Birkenstocks will not sell for as much as Birkenstocks. Comps in these were anywhere from like 20 to 35. I accepted an offer of $31. Next were a pair of New With Tags Eileen Fisher pants. So really glad to be selling these. It was kind of funny because that day I remember I found a pair of New With Tags CJ Banks pants priced at $15, and then New With Tags Eileen Fisher pants priced at $8. And I was like, thank you. They were size small. The washable crepe stretch pants sold for $65. I sold this Talbot's blazer in a size 14 petite. It was a red metallic blazer, and that sold for $28. Next was a New With Tags J. Crew green seersucker shirt. This was in a size extra, extra large, and that sold for $20. This Catherine's kimono sold very fast, another repeat buyer. So really interesting because a lot of these repeat buyers are Catherine's items. So that means I'm gonna keep picking up Catherine's. This was a mid-length paisley, flowy, boho, plus size kimono, and that sold for $35. Next was an Athleta sweatshirt in a size large. This was the Piranha wrap sweatshirt. It was hooded, oversized. That sold for $25. I sold this Affliction shirt extremely fast. This was in a size small. It had a skull on it. It was fitted, Y2K style, sold for $25. I sold these Michael Kors boots in a size 7.5. These were brown leather ankle boots, and they sold for $40. And then I sold these Lululemon size 8 paisley lace workout athletic leggings. They sold for $25. Keegan's probably going to hate me because he says I always undersell my Lululemon. But most of the time when I look, most of the comps are lower and then some are higher. But I like to move things fast, so I price them more on the lower side. So anyway, I'm happy with that, so that's okay. Next were a pair of LuLaRoe jeans. Again, these were in a size 34, high-rise stretch denim, and they sold for $28. And that is it for eBay. So amazing sales week. I am so happy. I hope that it continues into this next week. I've been finding some more great items. So I'll be back on Sunday with a haul video for you guys and let you know what I'm finding and how much it's going to sell for. So make sure you come back for that. Let me know down below how your sales were this week. I hope you had some good sales and I hope you have a good weekend. I'm totally getting into like Christmas shopping mode. So I'm probably going to do some more of that this weekend. So yeah, okay, that's it. I'm going to be done talking. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.